All right, Brian. So, just want to talk about what we were saying about vibrato and the few different ways that you can get it, depending on what it is you're doing. Okay. So, we'll use Parisian walkways as an example because there's a couple of different ways. Bent notes, notes that aren't bent. Different things like that. And so, for the first one, obviously that's a bent one. So when we're coming up here, just angle that down a bit. Bring it in slowly, okay? Bend it over. You don't have to. You don't necessarily want to rattle it the second you get the bend up there, right? Sort of let it settle, find the note, then start um, putting that wobble on it. Now remember, most of the action happens in your wrist, not your. It's not really your finger. I mean, to a certain degree it is, but it's not really your fingers just doing that, pushing the string up. Your wrist is involved. Is heavily involved. So my wrist is basically doing that, right? So that's an important part of it, okay? And just it doesn't have to be crazy or really fast around. What is important about it is that it's steady, okay? Whatever speed you started on, keep it like that, okay? So even if it's slow, and again, that's mostly my wrist, okay, doing the action there, okay? Um, so that's one way to do it. And again, you can use the whammy bar as well. I don't know if you have one, but even if you don't have the whammy bar, you can still just put your palm, just place it down. Don't be rough with it. You don't want it. You want the vibrato to be smooth, so don't be rough, right? Just place your hand on it, and then kind of just up and down with it. And now it doesn't work on this bridge because it's not. This is not a tremolo bridge, but it will work on your one. So if you don't, if you're not bending the note, a couple of different ways of doing it. Then, right? So first of all, that one. Now, one of the ways you can do it that's a little bit lighter and more subtle is not bending the string, but just rolling your fingers back and forward on it. And the more fingers you have on the string at the same time, the stronger it's going to be. Okay? So get a really good tight grip of the string before you start doing that, and then just roll it back. But while you're rolling like that, really squeeze it so you stay on it properly, okay? Then the other way of doing it is to actually bend it up and down a little bit. So let's just use the 12th fret on the G string for this, okay? So see the way, now again, that's not my finger doing that as much as it is my wrist turning, okay? Very important difference. Now, another thing that you have to watch out for, you can do it up the way as well. So here, I'm dragging the string down and bringing it back to its natural position. Down and back to its natural position. Or I can take it up and back to its natural position, right? But what you don't want to do is down and up. See that? So I'm going underneath where it normally is and over where it normally is. I'll show you what that sounds like. It just sounds kind of weird and wobbly. It's and not steady. So you can go down and back up, or up and back down, but not both. Okay. So either this or this, not this. Yeah, you get that kind of it just sounds kind of goofy. Um, so there's those, and then of course, yeah, there's the whammy bar as well, which or just the tremolo bridge, right? So that bridge you've got there is spring loaded, so you can pretty much do anything wobbly on it will be felt through the strings, but keep in mind that whenever you kind of go out of your bridge like that and sort of pull on it or press down on it, it's going to drag the strings out of tune a little bit. So how much it'll put it out of tune, it might be too much, it might be okay, and not too big a deal. But if you're doing that kind of thing, be sure to check the tuning regularly because it probably will be going out of tune a bit. Other than that, then I'll just quickly go through the chord progressions in uh, under the bridge. So now we skip the intro just for today, just to keep things quick. So the verse is E major, So that's A major. So that's sort of when we're bending the third finger like that. So up 7 frets. So A sharp, B, no B sharp. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. B, obviously, because that's A sharp, B. Now C sharp minor. Okay, so this, that'd be C sharp major, right? But we're taking this note down one to make it minor. Just like this is major, this is A major. And when we take this note down a fret, now all of a sudden it's A minor. So it follows then that if this is major, we take this note down, it becomes minor. So there's C sharp minor. And then we take this whole shape up a string and up a fret. So it was here, now, see there? Now it's here. So that's A major now, because this shape here is now E major. So that's the E major shape, and we're taking it up 5 frets. So E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Okay, so you've got more on those other chords later. So then the other bit we did was the end bit of the song, because I just wanted to show you those nice kind of what looked like bar chords, except your thin strings are open in these ones, right? So that's A, 5th fret A, 8th fret C, 3rd fret G, 1st fret F. Okay, that's it. So now with the sustain, just with the sustaining, vibrato notes like that, just be patient with it and make sure and listen to it. Listen to what it actually sounds like. Ask you, does that actually sound nice? It's difficult to get it right. Um, but just keep it steady, keep it consistent, and don't rush it. Don't try to go faster than you can. Just make sure you're just doing it nice and steady, nice and not. You don't want it. Well, sometimes you do maybe, but it doesn't always have to be crazy. Just a subtle little, something sort of small little wobbles like that are kind of nice. Okay, we'll leave it at that then. Talk to you next time.